Happy Saturday, everyone. Welcome into Love My 419 from the Harold Jaffe Jeweler Studios. I'm Andrew Z, Sandy Eisenberg, Steve Remy are here.
Morning.
We got a very busy show for you. Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness, not a judgment-free zone. We'll talk about that in the nation from the 419 perspective. Also, the blocks are bugging out again. That's going to be here. Also, Sandy, you witnessed a fight over at Ventura's.
No, I didn't. I was there, though, when it was happening.
What happened?
I was in another room. They had a fight in the main dining room.
Too many margaritas?
They had too many margaritas, and they got hauled downtown.
Really? What, you said someone like pulled their shirt off, they're jumping on the tables?
Yeah, one guy was on the table, one guy pulled his shirt off. Some patrons were hurt because
oh my gosh.
of the putzing around there.
Hey, there's power in a chimichanga. Just saying.
Or your enchiladas in deep trouble.
That's right. Wow, Sandy, you had an eventful week then.
Well, it was after the fact. I mean, the waitresses.
Oh, they were just telling you about it. You weren't there when it happened.
I was there when it happened, but I never heard a thing.
Really?
No.
Oh, wow. Sandy had her bell tones turned down.
Yes, I did.
Turned down. All right. We got a lot of show to do today. Oh, and also we're talking.
Beer.
And Distant Cousinz is here. They're going to perform Acoustics for Autism this weekend. We'll talk about that as well.
Okay.
All coming up on Love My 419. We'll take a break, come back more right after this.
Love My 419 is brought to you by Harold Jaffe Jewelers. Without them, there is no Love My 419, and without Love My 419, how would you know about all the wonderful people, places, businesses and things that make up the 419? So stop into Harold Jaffe Jewelers anytime, Monday through Saturday, and let them know how much you appreciate them for bringing you the quality television like Love My 419. They're awesome. You're awesome. Thank you for watching Love My 419. Love My 419 is brought to you in part by the Joe Hamill team of Key Realty. Love My 419 is brought to you in part by Rachel Michaels Gourmet Popcorn. Stop in today and tell her that you love the 419. You will receive a free mini popcorn bag, courtesy of Love My 419.
You wonder what's the difference? Yeah, they all ask questions. Yeah, we all got stresses. Then stresses turn into lessons. Them lessons always blessings. Yeah, never mind that though. Gotta live in a momento. If you don't own it, then it's a rental. If you don't grow in life, then you're worthless. Better learn what your purpose and stay away from them lurkers. What you don't know will hurt ya. And this year I had two of them trying to play me like I was a rookie. I've been getting money. Yeah.
It's just too much for me. I think it's awful.
Welcome back to Love My 419 for the Harold Jaffe Jeweler Studios. What do you mean it's awful? What's awful? The show?
I don't like that word.
Andrew Z.
Coco?
Sandy Eisenberg. Steve Remy. This segment brought to you in part by
Our good friend Rachel Michael. She's always giving.
I love her.
Giving. And if you can receive a free mini bag of popcorn by mentioning
me up
Love
one.
My 419.
Yes.
And if you enter your name, there's a chance for you to win the big tin of popcorn.
Delicious fight.
Oh my God, could you imagine?
Rachel Michaels Gourmet Popcorn. Check it out. All right. So let's start with a story. It broke this past week. Racist graffiti spray painted on a Perrysburg house that's for sale, following a purchase offer
By a black family.
By a black family, and then they wrote the KKK on there,
Among other things,
and then something about an N-word on there, and there you have it. Here's my thought. Look,
You lived in Paris.
I am what do they call it? I've been ostracized, but
I
my
went
whole
to your
family
place
is still
in
there.
Perrysburg.
Yes. Oh, did you really, Sandy?
Yes, in the basement. You allowed me in the
my house.
basement.
Yes. That was my half of the house. I was given the basement down.
No.
She got the rest.
I don't think you guys were divorced yet.
No, I don't think so. But anyway, so to Perrysburg, I've been ostracized basically from Perrysburg. Yeah, you know, she in the divorce she got Perrysburg and I got Toledo.
Things just didn't go right.
Things didn't go right.
Well, evidently she got steak and you got corned beef.
There you go.
So here's I'm gonna take a shot in the dark on this whole racist graffiti thing. Here's what I think is gonna find out. The family that lives there now, it's gonna be one of the best friends of the kid. and they're like, I don't want them to move, and I don't want a new family to move in. I remember when I was a kid, we used to pull the for sale signs out of our best friend's house, so they couldn't move. So they couldn't move.
Right.
That's my thought, because the whole town is not racist, right?
No. I just feel badly for the poor family that wanted to buy the house.
Right, I know.
And for the family that wanted to sell the house.
Well, there are people of color that live in Perrysburg. Hello.
Well, yeah, on the water tower.
Well, there's that.
No, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't know. You put all these incidences together. My buddy Corey says he won't even go to Perrysburg. He's black. So I don't know.
He real black though.
Oh, well, like I said, hopefully, look, the whole town is not like, but I will tell you, if I'm a Perrysburg resident, it does bother me because that's the way people look at you. The black people look at you. They don't want to go to Perrysburg. They just don't because they.
And I'm sure there's a lot of white folk in Perrysburg that don't want them there either. Don't kid yourself.
Well, I don't know. Let's all take a TARDA bus. Oh wait, we can't take a TARDA bus there. And so, look, I will say that I have many friends in Perrysburg, and I don't know any of them. I know my families. My kids aren't racist. You know, they don't care. And they talk to Andre. And whatever. Just saying. Where else in Toledo are you going to get real talk? Nowhere. They're not doing this on the news over at 13 ABC. They're not doing this on WTOL. Oh, well, hopefully they get straightened out. Like I said, I think it's a kid that doesn't want his friend to move.
I think it's a bunch of kids.
Yeah, a bunch of kids. And they know what the inflammatory stuff is going to be, and then, of course, anything inflammatory.
Well, shame on Perrysburg. They got nothing better to do than go around doing that on houses or businesses or
if
whatever.
Nothing else, Sylvania welcomes you.
Go, black family, go put an offer on a house in Sylvania.
There you go.
That's how you fix that. All right, we'll take a break. Come back. More Love My 419 coming up next. Coming up next.
Love My 419. Brought to you in part by Powell's Beauty Supply, servicing Toledo for over 30 years. Also brought to you by The Butler, Master Barber, changing lives one haircut at a time. Find him inside the Operations Barbershop, 1824 North Reynolds Road. Coming up, more Love My 419.
Rosie's Italian Grill. Join us for happy hour, daily 3 to 6 p.m. at our Chicago-style bar and high-top tables. Rosie's Italian Grill, Toledo's best-kept secret. Take part in the experience.
Welcome back to Love My 419 from the Harold Jaffe Jeweler Studios. Andrew Z, Sandy Eisenberg, Steve Ramey. This portion of the show brought to you in part by
Bedford Theater Arts Program. Now, you guys have got to go see Early Modern Millie.
You know, I complained a couple years ago about these high school productions because they cost like money. They're like $10-15 for a ticket.
Yeah,
I mean it's expensive.
Well, it goes to school.
And I complain as I'm like, these aren't professional. I can't believe this is ridiculous. But then you go and they really put a lot. These aren't like the old school.
These kids really work hard at it.
I went and saw Mary Poppins a couple years ago. Mary Poppins flew over the crowd. It was crazy. Yeah, so. Thoroughly Modern Millie.
Yes.
Go see it.
Yes. Check it out. February 22nd through the 24th, by the way.
All right, let's talk about what's going on in the nation from the 419 perspective. Let's start with, this is kind of interesting, I thought. The Oscars.
Yeah.
After Jimmy Kimmel hosting the last couple of years, and I'm a Jimmy Kimmel fan.
I love Jimmy Kimmel.
I do too.
I love Steve Colbert. He's much more strident.
Yes. Well, he's more uppity like you.
That's me. I'm not uppity. I'm just much more strident.
But he's hosted the last couple of years. I think he's done a fine job.
But
this year they're going hostless.
Well, they had that thing going with Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. They had originally invited Kevin Hart, and then they uninvited Kevin Hart because of some racial slurs. Not racial, but homophobic slurs.
Yes.
So now they just decided to go hostless.
It might be good.
Pretty soon nobody's going to be able to say anything. So you'll be able to say,
hi,
how are you?
Annoying.
Don't die. It's nice to see you. Goodbye.
Yeah. I mean, it would be good if all the presenters were comedians. Because timing is everything.
Well, here's the problem. Like Sandy said, like people the problem is we let the small vocal minority
Rule the show.
Rule the show
Yeah.
in everything that we do. Instead of saying, you get one bad comment on Facebook, all of a sudden you're like, oh! When I was going through my stuff back in 2010.
I'm sure you got terrible stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
All right, settle down, Sandy. But it was crazy because you'd read the news article,
Yep.
and then you'd read the comments underneath. You'd be like, "Man, this whole town hates me. I just need to get out of here." And then
you did.
Then you get out in the community, and this is not the case. You can't let these a few people dictate what you do.
Poo-poo these people.
Right. It's anyway. It's annoying.
Poo-poo them.
But anyway, so no host. The Oscars has gone downhill a lot. The problem is, same with the Oscars and the Emmys,
Yes.
which is the TV version. They get stuck on these shows that are uppity that the average person doesn't see. These movies the average person doesn't see. So no one cares. There's no emotional investment. So we don't care. So we don't
not
watch
only that, they bring on, and not that these folks should not be glorified for the work they do in cinema. But a lot of that stuff, I don't want to watch.
No.
I want to watch the actors, and I want to see what the producers and directors say.
There's a whole middle of the show.
And
that's
everybody
artistic
tries to be
producer and artistic.
Well, and that was part of the controversy they were talking about earlier this week too, because now some of those categories you're not going to see. They're going to do it during commercials.
Good.
But the bottom line is, everybody thinks they're.
And then there was Lila. So what do you get the woman who gives you the best gift of all? The answer, Harold Jaffe Jewelers. No one else compares. Harold Jaffe Jewelers, one of a kind. Always has been and always will be. She deserved Harold Jaffe.
And someday, so will she.
Love My 419 is brought to you in part by the Joe Hamill team of Key Realty.
Fire Cushion. Your promise. Your commitment. The most perfectly cut, most gorgeous cushion diamond in all the world. Fire Cushion. Exclusively at Harold Jaffe.
Love My 419 is brought to you in part by the Laurels of Toledo. Embrace the Laurel Way. This segment is brought to you by the Love My 419 app. Love My 419 is more than a TV show, it's a mobile app. Download the Love My 419 app right now. It's in your app and Play stores. You can see past episodes, behind the scenes footage, great insider pics, links to all of our social media, as well as our sponsors' specialty content. Get notifications to great deals and offers, and we can add your business too.
Welcome back to Love My 419 from Harold Jaffe Jewelers Studios. Andrew Z, Sandy Eisenberg, Steve Remy. It's time for fun in the 419. Steve, some of the things, the events that are going on, or what do you got for us?
There is a ton of stuff going on. So there's still a buzz going on about the event at the Art Museum last Sunday, Art of the Cut. Now this was actually cool. It had a lot of the local African-American barbers showing
cool.
their practice and their talents at the Art Museum. It was really, really cool for a great cause. And then, of course, we can't forget Oscar Night 2019, which benefits the Red Cross, is going on tonight
right,
at the historic train station. There are a few tickets still available. So that starts at 6 and goes to 10 o'clock tonight. Elevate the Stage, the largest gymnastics competition in the country, over 1,900 of the country's best gymnasts in a podium-style setting down at the Seagate Center.
Wow.
It's huge.
Seagate
And
Center or
at the
Huntington?
Seagate. Huntington.
Yeah, well, there's a difference.
Yeah, well, yeah. You'll find it. They're not too far away from each other. Okay.
Stone's throw.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah, right.
stone's throw away. And they're going to have the Big Ten women's gymnastics teams also there for the NCAA portion of competition there.
Wow,
So that's
that
good.
sounds
That's
cool.
big. And the other big thing is the Fire and Ice Winter Festival going down at Promenade Park. Free for everybody. This is a huge, huge party.
You know, as the weather starts to break, we start to get more events. Of course, there's Restaurant Week is going on. We're in the middle of Restaurant Week.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we'll talk more about Acoustics for Autism coming up
Exactly.
as well, which is going to be on Sunday. So just a huge,
A lot of
huge,
stuff going on.
huge weekend, which we're super excited about.
Yes.
It's some fun in the 419 segment brought to you in part by
By our app.
the Love My 419 app.
I'm telling you, some of the things you see us coming on and laughing about, this is why you want to go to the app and see
Some
why
of the stuff
we
that,
were
didn't,
When
stuff
they're
that didn't
mean
make
to
the
me.
shoe.
Yes.
We're not mean, Sandy. All right, we'll take a break. More of the show coming up next right here on Love My 419.
They pick on me.
Never.
Love My 419 is brought to you in part by the Joe Hamill team of Key Realty.
I took the whole street corporate, taught them how to fold the list. Gold bottles, them gold bricks, these gold labels is frozen wrists. I used to use an alias. Now they all just wanna know the land, so I run around my city with my mind up on them poker chips. Build a couple power plants, couple $1 million spent. Stole kilowatts for like 6 cents to the government. Must be my sixes, grossing is my sickness. Raise that GDP, get my visa on the interest. I'm getting corporate money, my dollars turn to euros. Gold queens on me, but they got
Meet your hair and wardrobe person when you.
I know, you're fabulous.
I'm like, her skin is flawless.
Beautiful woman.
Now, one thing that we learned about you, Trez, last time you were here was that you were part of Brooks and Dunn. You were part of the Brooks and Dunn tour. Ignore it, Trez, ignore it. Nothing happened.
Fire cushion. Your promise. Your commitment. So magnificent, it will ignite her passion. Its unmatched beauty expresses the power of your love. The most perfectly cut, most gorgeous cushion diamond in all the world. Fire cushion. Exclusively at Harold Jaffe.
Welcome back to Love My 419 from the Harold Jaffe Jewelers Studios. Andrew Z, Sandy Eisenberg, Steve Beebe. And our special guest is Trez Gregory, who's an accomplished musician on the national stage and, of course, from Toledo.
Talent.
Oh, and such a talent. Part of the group here locally, Distant Cousinz, which I'm a huge fan of. Huge fan of yours as well.
Thank you.
And you're going to be performing here. The Distant Cousinz is going to be performing in the next segment. And also next Sunday, March 3rd, at one of the largest music festivals in all of the area, which is Acoustics for Autism.
Fantastic.
Almost 70 bands on 7 different stages. And
all day.
All day event. Here, Trez, we talked about you being on tour with Brooks and Dunn for many years. And what was that like, just being on tour with those guys? Right. Legends, country legends.
It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. And I cried for 2 years because I couldn't get over it. All I had to do was get my luggage on the bus. I didn't have to set up anything. Didn't have to tear it down. There was catering everywhere. I got money every time I got on the bus. I was just like,
oh, that sounds good.
It was awesome. Yeah, oh. I kept forgetting that we got per diem. I would that's right. We get money.
Is there one moment where that stands out to you that?
Oh my goodness, there's so many moments.
Tell it, girl. Come on, tell
Something
it.
funny?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Alcohol involved or not?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. Have you seen the show?
Steve loves alcohol stories.
Okay, well.
Sipping and tripping.
Oh gosh, I'll keep it good. Oh, I had to sign a contract. But one time we sat on the bus. Kix and Ronnie were very generous, and I was the only one of the 3 backup singers that drank alcohol. Lucky me. And of course, I always would take one for the team. So
of course.
One night we were drinking this fantastic tequila that they liked, and
she looked like a tequila.
Yeah, they got me. It was wonderful. It's called El Tesoro, and they would always keep it frozen in their very cold in their freezers on the bus. And so we're just sitting around hanging and talking, which we didn't get to do very often. And I bet I had 9 shots.
Oh my Lord!
And you didn't die?
with Ronnie, he was sitting next to me, and the girls, and they were drinking, and I don't even remember who else was on there. But I went to sing something, and it came out all jacked up. And Ronnie looked at me, and I looked at him, and nobody said anything. I mean, he knew that I could sing.
Right.
Okay, so he goes, "Come on, I'll walk you in." And we were just sitting in the parking lot of a hotel that we were staying at. So Ronnie and I walked in. I wish somebody would have taken a picture because we both were kind of walking like this, trying to get into it. And it was a moment. The next day, I was just like, "How you doing?" He's like, "I'm okay. How you doing?" I'm like, "Dry."
See, and I'm just imagining this big concert bus driving up to the Taco Bell afterwards.
We would stop at Kroger.
Really?
We would stop at a Kroger or Myers or whatever, and then we'd all run in and get what we wanted. Yeah, we didn't do any fast food, or we'd walk over to the fast food area. But it was definitely a dream come true, I just want to say, and they were fabulous, and they treated me like a princess.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really wonderful.
Thank you for coming.
I think they're great.
Thank you for coming back in and hanging out with us. And I know we're going to come back in the next segment and do some singing with your buddies Big C and Caden. Distant Cousinz. performing at Acoustics for Autism next Sunday. Going to be performing for us next right here on Love My 419.
Yes.
Closed caption brought to you by
Rosie's Italian Grill. Join us for happy hour, daily 3 to 6 p.m. at our Chicago-style bar and high-top tables. Rosie's Italian Grill, Toledo's best-kept secret. Take part in the experience.
Your eyes in the morning sun, I feel you touch me in your warm embrace. And the moment that you wander far from me, wanna feel you in my arms again. You come to me on a summer breeze, leave me warm in love as you soft beneath. It's me you need to show. How deep is your love? Is your love? How deep is your love? I really need to learn, 'cause we're living in a world of fools, breaking us down, where the ocean let us be. We belong to you and me.
I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good, gonna make a difference, gonna make it right. As I turn up the phone, my favorite winter coat, it's time that I realize I see the kids in the street without enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their need? A summer's disregard, somebody's broken heart, and a washed tree. They follow the pattern on the window sheet, 'cause they got no place to be. That's why I'm starting with me. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking you to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and you make a change. Na 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 na.
I'm so in love with you. Whatever you want to do is alright with me. Yeah. You make me feel so brand new. And I wanna spend my life all with you. Let me say, since, baby, since we've been together, I'm loving you forever. That's all I need. Let me be the one you come running to. And I'll never be untrue. Oh, baby, let's stay together. I'm loving you, whether times are good or bad, happy or sad, yeah. by.
Why do people break up, then turn around and make up?
That's something I can't conceive, no, 'cause you never do that to me. Would you, baby? Being around you is all I need. Help me sing, come on, let's. We ought to stay together. I'm loving you, whether times are good or bad, happy or sad. Come on, let's stay together. I'm loving you, whether all times are good or bad, happy or sad. Baby, good or bad, happy or sad. Good, bad, happy or sad. Let's stay together.
Love My 419 Sports are brought to you by the Joe Hamill team of Key Realty. This segment is brought to you by the Love My 419 app. Love My 419 is more than a TV show, it's a mobile app. Download the Love My 419 app right now. It's in your app and Play stores. You can see past episodes, behind the scenes footage, great insider pics, links to all of our social media, as well as our sponsors' specialty content. Get notifications to great deals and offers, and we can add your business too.
All right, don't forget, check us out on Facebook. We do our special Facebook Live only show Sundays at 7:30. You can, of course, check us out every Saturday at 6:30 here, and of course on our app, the Love My 419 app, where you can get the show in case you missed any of it.
Pralines and cream with all kinds of dark chocolate and more nuts on top, which should fit right in.
Are you talking about your date from the other night?
No.
Oh, I'm so confused right now.
I was talking about his date the other night.
All right, we'll see you back again next Saturday right here on Love My 419 on Fox Toledo. Have a great week. We'll see you later.
36, folks.
That's right.